Dear friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. I salute each and every one of you. Anywhere you are in the world, I salute you today, being the first day of the month of May. I say happy new month to every one of us. I say happy new month to every one of you out there, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I say happy new month to you all. Today is another day that Elohim has made, that we will rejoice and be glad in it. Today is another day that Chukokike have given to us, that will praise his name, that he's given us another hope. Today is another day that is giving us another hope of the emergence of Biafra. This month is a very delicate moment to the Biafrans, to those that are Biafrans, the month of May. This month defines what we are doing today. This month give a definition to what we are doing today, to the struggle, to why we are never going to give up. Everything started this month. This month in the history of Biafrans is a month we remember those that started this journey. And I welcome you to the months of the heroes. I call it the months of the heroes and the heroines of our people. So I salute each and every one of you Biafrans for always being there, for always coming around, for what you are doing and for doing what you are doing. I salute you all. I thank each and every one of you for standing strong with our Prime Minister. I thank each and every one of you for standing firm with the restoration of Biafra. I greet each and every one of you. So we're going to discuss on the topic I put up there, the frustration, because the frustration of the Zoological Republic and the Islamic world started this month. In the history of the Biafrans, the frustration of the Zoological Republic, the frustration of the Islamic world, the frustration of those that said that Biafrans will not leave, the frustration of those that gang up 1967, 1970 to fight against the Biafrans. The frustration of those people started in the month of May 1967, 1967, 1970. The frustration of these people started. That is why this month is very delicate to us as a Biafrans. This month is very unique to us as Biafrans. This month is very delicate to us as Biafrans. And you see this frustration that I have alluded, this frustration that had been meted on the Nigerian state. This frustration is never going to stop. The frustration of Nigeria is just starting. It just started. They are not yet frustrated yet. By the time we get to the month of November of this year, you will understand what frustration is all about. You're welcome, those that are coming in now. As you're coming in, do well to share the program. We've been having network issues all these days. And as I promise us, we are never going to relent. We're never going to back down. Any day that I look and see that the network is favorable to us, I will come in immediately and give up the message that I have for the Biafrans and to encourage us. Because this thing that we are doing is something that is very, 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 very difficult. And we have to encourage ourselves on the strength of what we are doing. We have to encourage ourselves to keep pushing on and pressing until something happens. To keep pressing until something happens. So Biafrans, like I said earlier, welcome to the month of heroes. Welcome to the month of heroes. Today we'll be discussing on the frustration of Nigerian state. You know, Nigerian state thought that by fighting the Biafrans, that coming to fight the Biafrans, land and sea blockade and all that, that through it that they will suppress the Biafrans down. That the Biafrans will never rise up to speak about Biafra anymore. But after 1967, 1972, then why they sweep everything under carpet? They say nobody should talk about it. Nobody should talk about this history. Nobody should talk about the genocide against the Biafrans. Nobody should talk about anything that has to do with Biafra. Don't teach it in the school. Don't discuss it. Remove it from the school curriculum. Remove it from the map of the world. Remove Biafra from the bite. Remove Biafra from anything that people will look at tomorrow to ask questions. They did all these things, thinking that they have done it. That now the chapter and everything that has to do with Biafra has been closed. The more they do it, the more the book about Biafra is being opened. The more they try to cover up their frustration, the more they are getting frustrated. Shetima said that by now that they are going to make sure that the Biafrans become relevant in the political system of the Zoological Republic. But the question is, who is interested in the political system of terrorists? The answer is none. And those that have been working day and night over the decades to make sure that the Biafrans are frustrated, are irrelevant in the political system of the terrorist state of Nigeria are the ones crying today, and not those that they have been working all these years to frustrate. The more they work to frustrate us, the more they frustrate themselves. The more they work to frustrate us, the more they frustrate themselves. The more they work to frustrate the Biafrans, the more they frustrate themselves. They went all the way to Kenya. You will hear, that's a video I'll play for you at the course of this program. That is where we'll be discussing from today. If time permits, tomorrow morning, if this network will allow us, tomorrow morning, we'll revisit what happened to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the discussion that we stopped halfway about what our brother, one of our comrade in Burkina Faso, the speech that he made, we discussed halfway the other day. There are still more to that speech. I promise to bring it up. If time permits, if these things, how I wish that this network will allow us. We'll be coming here every day, morning, evening, and night. Once I come back from work, we will be here at least 1 hour. Bringing things that you know and some of the things you don't know to you as it is happening, and those that have happened in the past will bring it and remind you that what is happening presently is not a coincidence. It have happened before. There's nothing new that is happening under the sun. Everything that is happening today have happened before. History is just repeating itself. And it's only those that are wise like our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that are wise like our Prime Minister Mazi Simon EKPA, they are the ones that are making good use of the opportunity that nature and everything that is happening around has given to change the history of yesterday. Because many people that came in this world, history repeated itself twice in their life and they never had the opportunity to change their history. But history has given the Biafrans another opportunity to rewrite our story. And we are never going to back down on this. That story, that ugly story of yesterday, these present Biafrans, through the Biafra Republic government in Ezra, through our Prime Minister, we are going to rewrite that story. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Tomorrow, history will talk about us. They will talk about the ugly past and they will talk about what you did. What the present day Biafrans that our leaders said that before we came, there was none like us. And when we are long gone, there will be none like us. I want you to be strong and very courageous on what you're doing for Biafrans. You're on the right path. And we will all come out victorious. At the end of this tunnel, we will all come out victorious. If others have once celebrated their victory, celebrated independence and not paper independence, celebrated freedom, we the Biafrans will celebrate freedom and not paper independence. Believe you. We the Biafrans, we are going to celebrate our own, that is not paper freedom. As entails that when you say you are celebrating independence, you're celebrating your freedom, and people will look at you, they will say, indeed, these people are among the free world. Do you know there are countries that are called the free world? But there's no country in Africa that is among these countries that are called the free world country. There's no country in the continent of Africa that is among the free world, because you are not free. And you are never going to be free if you did nothing. You are never going to be free if you sit back and do nothing. Those that call themselves the country of the free world, they will keep on ruling. They will keep ruling over you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely not. If you continue in the line of murmuring and waiting for somebody to fall from the sky to come and do what you're supposed to do for yourself. You will wait till eternity come, and such thing will not happen. If everything that is ringing in your head is that you will wait for somebody to come and hand over freedom to you, you will wait till eternity will come, and such thing will not happen. That is why whatever you are doing to make sure that we get our freedom, keep on doing it. You're not, neither are you wasting your resources, neither are you wasting your income. You're not wasting anything. Rather, you're investing in the future of your children. You're investing in the future of the next generation. You're investing in the future of our people. That's why you will keep on pressing on until we do not join those that have already given up. And speaking, stand still and we see the salvation of the Lord today. Stand still. Stay with, and you will see how we, and you will see how we lose you. And you will see how Elohim is going to make a name for himself. I want you to listen to this video to see how frustrated the Zoological Republic has become today. Just trying to do what? To suppress and keep France down. In a quest to suppress and keep Biafrans down, their frustrations get no bound today. They keep getting frustrated every day. Listen to this.
Of Defense Staff telling the House of Reps that Simon EKPA is frustrating their efforts in the Southeast.
You hear the Chief of Defense Staff, the General of the Zoological Republic Army, telling those that sent them to come and kill the Biafrans that Simon EKPA of the Biafra Republic government in exile, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, is frustrating his effort. What effort is he making in our land? What effort is he making in our land? The effort he's making in our land is the effort to see that Biafrans are being killed. Is the effort to see that Biafrans are being sent to RIP. What effort do you think that the Chief of Defense Staff, the CDS, is lamenting over Simon EKPA that is frustrating their effort in Biafra land? Because one thing that I've eluded these people is wisdom and knowledge and understanding. You know, it's only a fool that we need something to happen to him before he understands that the business is no longer as usual. The business longer business as usual. That's a promise that our Prime Minister made to them. Our Prime Minister made a promise to the Biafrans. Let me play it before we continue with this. It's very, very important that I play it, that you listen to it, because there's a seat at home coming. There's a seat at home coming. And everyone that loves himself, that loves his people, that loves Biafrans must adhere to this.
I will make sure that it is as useless as anything.
Our Prime Minister said that he will make sure, he said early, when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said, I will make sure that the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be the worst thing that the Nigerian state, terrorist state,
and your kidnapping in Kenya will be very
Our Prime Minister said that he would.
That was my promise.
This
I'll make sure that it is as useless as anything.
Our Prime Minister today have kept this word to the letter. When he was saying it, many umu monkey. All of them are laughing. When he
And your
said
kidnapping from Kenya
that the kidnapping of our leader from Kenya will be the worst thing that the Nigerian state has done, that is going to make that effort a wasted effort. And today the Nigerian state are seeing it.
will be
That
very, very expensive to Nigeria state.
bam.
That
Today, are you not seeing how expensive the kidnapping of our leader is? Many of them today are asking themselves, what have we gained? We would have left this Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be doing what he's doing, because we already have our stooges in their midst that is frustrating every effort that is making. By then, this Simon EKPA wasn't even a member. And these ones wouldn't have even allowed him to become
was my
what he is
promise
today.
before man and God.
Our Prime Minister made this promise. He said he made this promise before man and God. He made this promise openly on air when leader into the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. He made this promise. We keep record of this promise.
Of defense staff.
And today, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon EKPA has lived up to this promise. He have lived up to this promise. He did not only secure the Biafrans, he gave Biafrans hope of living. He gave Biafrans hope. That today, the Zoological Republic cannot just come into Biafra land and kill people like they normally do before. Those days that they just came into Biafra land and they kill people has come and it have gone. Our Prime Minister said that that will never happen again. That it will never happen again. That the Biafrans will live safe in our land. That no mortal human being, no army, no terrorists in uniform will come into our land and kill us and go free. That's days that have come and happen again. It is a promise that he made to Biafrans. They have lived up to that promise that he made to Biafrans. That is why today this brown envelope journalism, these brown envelope journalists, these idiots that are frustrated because they are seeing their terrorist state that pays them to lie. They are seeing something right before their eyes. They are seeing the terrorist embargo that enables them to lie and lie and lie without being checkmated. They are seeing it collapsing right before their eyes. And their frustration is alarming. Their frustration is alarming because they never foresee this coming. They never knew that a day like this will come. They never knew that a day like this will come. Listen to this one that looks like a kwashiorkor human being. Just listen to this idiot and see the frustration of Nigeria. over the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile and over its Prime Minister, Mazi Simon EKPA. Listen to this idiot.
Telling the House of Reps that Simon EKPA is
Please, as you come in, do well to share the program. Share the program so that others will see it and join us.
frustrating their efforts in the Southeast. Now, the
Share the program, like it.
Chief of Defense Staff, that is Christopher Musa, General Christopher.
People that have never gone to war before, but they are all generals. Once you can go to
Musa
Biafra
has
land and kill
accused
people,
self-proclaimed
automatically you
Biafra
become a
dictator
general.
Simon EKPA of undermining the efforts of security forces in the Southeast. General Musa said this while heading a delegation of other service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police during their appearance before the House of Representatives on Tuesday, November 21. In the aftermath of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest, EKPA had asserted his leadership.
Do you see what our Prime Minister said? Do you see what this man is saying? After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnap, after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's torture, after they have tried everything to see if they can silence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that this man, Simon EKPA, has become another thorn in their flesh. And this thorn is something that they don't know what to do about it. You will hear what he will say. He will say that the Finnish government is backing Simon EKPA up, this one backing Simon EKPA up. Their frustration is alarming, and we can't help them. Rather, the frustration will keep growing and growing on daily basis. The frustration of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria will keep growing on daily basis until Biafra is declared.
Leadership in the agitation for the restoration of Biafra.
Do you know before now it's very difficult for them to talk about, it's very, very difficult for them to mention Biafra, let alone talk about the restoration of Biafra. But now the Biafrans are beating them.
Restoration of Biafra, but
Biafrans are beating them blue-black. Like our leader said he's not going to pay any journalist, any media house a dime to broadcast about Biafra. That when the time comes, they will be doing so willingly, and this is the time. And they are doing the job willingly. Nobody is forcing them to do it. They are doing it willingly. They are talking about us. They are talking about the Biafra. Whenever they talk about Simon EKPA, they are talking about Biafra. Whenever they talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are talking about Biafra. And these are the things that the Zoological Republic want them. Never you broadcast about this Biafra. Don't talk about Biafra. Just ignore it. Do as if it doesn't exist. Whenever they want to talk about it, they will say self-acclaimed or self-prescribed organization, blah, blah, blah. But today they have forgotten Igbo nation. They are no longer calling Biafrans Igbo nation. They are now calling it for what it is. And one day they will say it the way it is, that the Biafra Liberation Army are the ones engaging the terrorist state of Nigeria. That day is fast approaching. Our Prime Minister made this promise to them. our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made this promise to them. That's something our Prime Minister posted today. Maybe tomorrow program, I will bring it up. What our leader said 2014, many years ago. And these are the templates that the Biafra Liberation, the Biafra Republic government in exile is building on. And we are not going back one bit on this very fact. Sorry about that. I have to drink water. We are not going back one bit on this. If Nigeria, the more Nigeria cry, the more the terrorist state are crying, the more we are enjoying it. And the more we know that what we are doing, we are hitting the right direction. Then we are rejoicing that dollar is now falling. Dollar is now doing this. Dollar will go back to 2,000 plus. Just a matter of time, matter of months. You will see it happening right before your eyes. They are telling you today that there's scarcity of this, scarcity of what, scarcity of this. They will not tell you that the economic strangulation of the Biafrans are dealing so mercilessly with them that the resources that have been gallivanting themselves with as a rightful owner, that they are the one owning the resources coming from Biafra land, that those that are the rightful owners of these resources has taken right. Because the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezra promised them that you see this economy that you guys have over these years, decades, and instead of you using the money that you guys are milking from the Biafra land to develop everywhere, give the people future. Instead, each and every one of you are stealing it abroad, using it to buy arms and ammunition to come and kill us. That it's no longer business as usual. Chair Miriam Samson, you're welcome, my brother. The day they will mention Biafra Army will be the day we will celebrate our victory. They are mentioning Biafra as if they are drinking water these days. Unlike before they will mention, if they want to address Biafrans, they will say Igbo nation or Igbo agitators. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be laughing at them. But today, what is happening? Now, if they want to talk about those terrorists that are being neutralized in our land, instead of them calling it the way it is, but very soon, they will call it the way it is. Not as a result that anybody paid them, but as a result of the heat that will be coming from Biafra land. The heat that is coming from Biafra land is unbearable to the terrorists. Every hope, everything that they built, they anchored their faith on have disappointed them. Everything that they anchored their faith on has failed them. Everything has failed them. Everything has failed them. And there's nothing else they can do about it, rather than yielding to what is playing out. Listen to this flavor.
But that's the word that's being used in the media.
This man went to the extent of
Biafra, agitation for Biafra.
This is that not wonderful to you? That from the terrorist state of Nigeria, you are hearing agitation for Biafra. Mr. Snow, my brother. Mr. Snow, you're welcome. You're welcome, my brother. I salute you from here, Mr. Snow. It has been for a long time. It has been a long time. Let me put the link on for those that will want to join us in the studio here. Let me put the link up here. Let me put the link up here. Mr. Snow, my brother, you're welcome. The link is there for those that will want to join us. Do you see how this guy is just singing Biafra? And he's not singing Biafra as a terrorist, as a secessionist. He's saying agitation for Biafra. But it's no longer agitation for Biafra. It is liberation of the Biafrans. That is the stage we are in. The liberation stage of the Biafrans. And in the liberation stage of the Biafrans, if you did not agree to what to our terms, we will agree for you. I think early this year, the police told the masses, those they called their citizens, they told them no grief for anybody. And by the time they realized that they just give the Biafrans a slogan, they come out again and say, if you're using that term, if you're using that slogan, you'll be get arrested, you'll be do this, you do. But already the thing have gone in the air and Biafrans are using it today. We are never going to grieve for anybody, not to international community, not to anybody anybody at all. We're never going to grieve to anybody on our freedom. No way. On this particular freedom of the Biafrans, we are never going to agree to anybody. Because this freedom will come. In our time this year, you that is Thomas, it will happen right before your eyes. You that is asking, how is this thing going to happen? It is going to happen right before your eyes and you will see it happening. This man is singing Biafra as a song.
Not restoration, but because it will seem as if it had been a
Biafra restoration. Hey, this is glorious. Ụmụ ekwensu si n'ọnụ ha wee na-agbasa ozi ọma. Chukwu okike abịama. Chukwu okike abịama. Who say God no dey? Our Prime Minister Simon EKPA is a God sent. Ịjụ na ihe ekwu nke wụ eziokwu, anyị emeghịkwa by
it is widely believed that EKPA is alleged.
You can allege whatever you want to allege. That is none of our business. You can allege from now to eternity come. That is your own cup of tea. That is one thing that baffles them. Propaganda, we don't care about it. You're lying and deceiving the people, we don't care about it. We are well to do in the media. We are the ones in charge of the media. You are just following us behind. You're just following us behind. And this is one thing that is pinning them down to their bone marrow. How possible is it that these people take over the space? How possible is it that we take over the airspace? Both physical airspace, the spiritual airspace, because this one you're hearing now is a spiritual thing. You will be at the comfort of your home and you will be decimating, giving out the truth the way it is. Sharing your own story. Not waiting for any lie.
Financial support and armed groups or to
CNN to come and tell your story. He said that they allege that he's sitting in Finland to support an armed group. They are still calling Biafra Liberation Army an armed group. We agree. We are armed, but not as a group. We are armed as a government. A government that has an army. Every government in the world has an army. There's no government in the world that doesn't have an army. We have an armed soldiers that are fighting and defending the territorial integrity of Biafra. Not an armed group.
Armed groups operating in the
No.
southeast often enforce.
The only armed group operating in the southeast is the terrorist state of Nigeria. Both those that are state actors and non-state actors. Those are the armed group that we are chasing away. We are giving them the chance of their life in our land. What we have in Biafra land is Biafra Liberation Army, the soldiers of Biafra land. Elam, I salute you. Elam, I greet you from here. Good evening. Also, I greet you from here. The only armed forces we have is the armed forces of Biafra, not an armed group. The only armed group we're chasing away is the Fulani armed group, the ones that you guys are hiring from all over the place to come to Biafra land to kill and maim people. Those are the people we are chasing away, and those are the only armed group we have in the southeast, and we are giving them the chance of their life. The Biafra Liberation Army Defense Forces are giving them the chance of their life. But in the old eastern region, which is Biafra land, Biafrans don't have armed group because we are a nation. We are a country, and we have government. And that government has an army that is protecting their people. But these brown envelope journalists that find it difficult before now to mention Biafra, that call Biafra Igbo nation. Because by calling it Igbo nation, they are sending a divide and rule message to those that they think that they are still living in denial, not knowing that they are no longer living in denial. My brother Elam, thank you. God is with us, Biafrans, as we move. Yes, God is with us as we are moving ahead. So they carry this propaganda of Igbo nation, south, no follow, west, no follow, north is not among, the middle, because they're supposed to have middle. Since you have south, you're supposed to have center, middle, west, east. You're supposed to have all those things so that your divide and rule tactics will be complete. Lunatics that thought that they can play on the intelligence of the Biafrans. You can call armed group that the Nigerian state is sending into our land as much as you can. You can call them, send them in their badges, send them to come and cause mayhem in Biafra land, thinking by so doing you will label it on the Biafrans as, hey, they are killing themselves. You can do those propaganda as much as you like. The owners of the land, they know themselves. The Biafrans that have chosen to sit at home for more than 3 years now, they know what they are doing. And they know where they are headed. And they know the end game of what we are up against. So you cannot deceive somebody that actually know where he's headed. You can't divert his attention to what he's doing. You can't misdirect him or her because he knows where he's going. The only those you can deceive are those efulefu in DOS, those umunketa, umanofia that said that they were with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu then. Those that the Fulani planted in IPOB. Those are the people, the gullible ones you can deceive, not this Biafra Republic government in exile that are fighting for the liberation of their people. You cannot deceive our prime minister. You cannot deceive the Biafrans. They know what they are doing and they know what they are up against. And in a due time, you will understand. You will understand. Just like you're understanding it now. You build the mechanism of anybody that speaks, kill him. Anybody that rises to speak, kill him. Anybody. You cannot kill Biafrans. And you cannot kill the Biafran spirit. It's in us. It lives in us. It lives in me. The Biafran spirit lives in me. It lives in many of us. You cannot kill it. The more you try to suppress and frustrate the Biafrans, the more you get frustrated yourself. Because you cannot kill the spirit that we have been impregnated with. 1967, that action of 1967, that blood that was spilled, those innocent blood of over 6 million children that was spilled, impregnated the future of today. This generation that you're seeing today, that generation of 1967, 1970 impregnated this our generation, and that there's no other sacrifice that you will do that will over that sacrifice of those innocent children that sacrifice their life just for us to be free. Number one, these children are innocent. They did nothing to the Zoological Republic. They did nothing to Egypt. They did nothing to Russia. They did nothing to Britain. They did nothing to US. They did nothing to all the allies of the terrorist state of Nigeria, both from the Arab world. These innocent children, 6 million of them, did nothing to them. And they were all offered at the altar of sacrifice for this freedom. And you think you can sweep under the carpet the blood of 6 million children, the blood of innocent men and women that were killed, butchered, raped those days, the heinous atrocities that is committed in our land, and you think you can sweep it under carpet? Kai, oh my God. There's a documentary I will play tomorrow if network permits. You can choose to hide your story, your personal story. But it's not your duty, nor in your hand, to hide other people's story. The story and the agony of the Biafrans are their story. And we are the ones that will choose to hide it or to tell about this story of ours. And the Biafrans have chosen to tell their story. And you cannot hide it. You cannot suppress it. It doesn't matter how many arms and ammunition you think you have. You cannot suppress it. You cannot clamp us down. Because all the while you guys use arms and ammunition, kinetic approach. I was even surprised that it came to Simon EKPA regime when Simon EKPA is piloting the struggle, the liberation of the Biafrans. They started talking about to approach the Biafrans with non-kinetic approach. But all these years you killed us, you maimed us. High school massacre, Mpo massacre, MN, oh, you also one. If you go to Iguacha, all these places, Biafrans have been massacred. Obibo massacre, everywhere, massacre. That's what you'll be hearing. You'll be hearing that these people, this village have been killed, people have been killed in Biafra land, this person is being raped, this old woman was butchered. It is happening on our land. And go your normal business, that the government is on top of the situation. Then go their normal business because it's not their mother, neither is it their father. Sign the And when these people are putting their efforts and their energy and everything on the loving Biafra land, the only thing that is happening in Biafra land, we are securing. That is the only thing happening here in Biafra land. That not where the terrorists that they kill in Nigeria is happening is in the killing and the massacre in Benue State, the killing and the massacre in the Middle Belt. Those called is that the real genocide, the real insurgency is happening. These are the places that the terrorists have occupied many villages and many communities. But guess what? The terrorist state of
The sit at
Nigeria are
home
looking
order
the other way.
declared by EKPA. Accusing Finland of safeguarding EKPA, Musa urged the
This one pays them more. Finland is safeguarding EKPA. Our sister Margaret, you're welcome. I salute you from here. You're welcome, Margaret. From here. The Finland is safeguarding EKPA. Simon EKPA is having a safe haven in Finland. Finland is giving Simon EKPA a safe haven to cause harm to the people. But when you ask them, who are they discussing this harm on? Is it his people? Is it what is it that he's doing? They will tell you that is making it impossible for the terrorist state of Nigeria army, the terrorists in uniform, to go their normal killing and maiming and sending to RIP in Biafra land. And that is why they are lamenting. Can you believe that? Akechi, I greet you from here, my brother. I greet you from here. I greet you. That somebody is protecting his house from an invasion that is happening right before the eyes of everybody. It's happening right before. It's not like those 2012 that Mazen Namdekan is calling on everybody, awakening the subconsciousness of everybody and crying, these people are coming and the government of the day will back them up. These people are coming and the government of the day will support them. These people are coming. Guide yourself. Guide yourself. These people are coming. And everybody were laughing at Mazen Namdekan. And today it is happening. So it's not like somebody is prophesying it. It's not like a prophecy anymore. The prophecy has been made by Mazen Namdekan and is happening right before our eyes. And the Biafrans that this prophecy was made for choose to protect, to live up to their obligations, their duty to protect our from invaders. That our forefathers withstood with their blood. That to this land must be protected at all cost. The land of Biafra, the people of Biafra must be achieved and secured at all cost. When our leader told them that we are fanatical about this Biafra, Biafra is the freedom of the Biafrans. As the US fought British brutally to secure what they have as freedom today that made them to become the world power, so we are going to do unravel everything. We are going to leave in no stone unturned. We are going to turn everything upside down to make sure that our freedom is achieved. It doesn't matter how much propaganda they carry against the Biafrans. It doesn't work with us. Propaganda doesn't work with us. The more you carry propaganda against us, the more stronger. There's a part I want you to hear that this Normandic man mentioned before we'll begin to call it a day.
Federal
That's something
government
else.
to initiate
Just
diplomatic
listen
dialogue
to him.
with the Finnish.
That they need to dialogue with the Finnish government. How are you going to dialogue with them? They already told you that there's a freedom of speech well enshrined in their own laws, and they protect the rights of their own citizens. And Mazi Simon EKPA happened. Whatever you're going to bring on the table must be in with their own laws in Finland. And the Nigerian terrorist state have not been able to come up with something that is very concrete, that is in line with the laws of the Finnish government, that will make the Finnish government to extraordinary rendition Mazi Simon EKPA to Nigeria, or that will make them to rendition Mazi Simon EKPA to Nigeria, or give Simon EKPA to the terrorist state. And seeing that they are well-known terrorists that the world know, that even in Finland, before now, that the passport of the Zoological Republic is not a means of identification. These are the people that we are approaching to, that they have known for a very long time, that have contributed immensely in their government and in the society. That you that is well known of your terrorism should now turn around and advise Finland that the person that have been living with them for decades, that has no history of anything fraud, that you that is known for your fraud, that you that hide a man that died, that he have to rule you again for 6 years just to cover up your crime and the heinous atrocity that you have committed against the people. And you think that the international bodies are not watching what you are doing. That before Trump called you a shithole, that he did not see anything. You can deceive yourselves, but you can't deceive the Biafrans. Neither can you deceive the international bodies. They might be giving you one or two things because of the interest of your criminality. You're stealing something and coming to hide it in their country, and through it they are using it to make very huge amount of money that they are using to take care of their citizens, that they are using to make their citizens live fine. But they know you, and when it's right time, they will throw their weight on the right place. And those that did not, that have been blinded with their gain, that gain profit are blinded their subconsciousness, that they cannot align themselves with the truth. At the end of the day, we still come and begging Biafrans on how would you want to work with us? What terms would you want to work with us? They will come then to tell you, politics is a game of interest and all that. And we will also tell them our own interest on whatever they are bringing on the table. And if it work, we will still work with them. But there are people that we will never work with. And those people that we will never work with, nobody is going to reveal the identity until it's this time when Biafra have been restored. the Biafra government and the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezza will make it very open to the world to know, and to the citizens of Biafrans to know, that this country will never have anything to do with them. They can be patronizing us because we are going to be bringing a lot of things to the limelight, but we will never have anything to do with them.
Nigeria to address the concerns surrounding the activities of their
There's a place this idiot said, why is it so difficult to silence Simon EKPA? Why is it so difficult that they cannot just make away with him? Can you see the type of people that you've been coexisting with? Do you know what that means? Why is it so difficult to silence Mazi Simon EKPA? Do you know what that means? What this man is saying is, why is it so difficult to send Simon EKPA to RIP? Why is it so difficult to make away with him? Do you understand that? But Simon EKPA said, I'm going to be your end. Not just only the end of those IPOP Nigeria, no, but the end of those that have said that Nigeria will never break. Simon, the stone, the rock in which Biafra is being built on, is going to end each and every one of them this year. And we will be here to bring the good news to you when that time comes. So Biafrans, I salute you once more. Those men and women of goodwill that have been doing one thing or the other to make sure that this day come, keep on doing the needful. We are already there. We are already home. When the time comes, we will all sing the praises of what Elohim have done for us. So I salute you once more, Ekechi. I salute you once more, my sister Margaret. I salute you, Elam. I salute you once more, Mr. Snow, my brother. I salute you once more, Chi Miriam. I salute everyone that come to this program. Remember, 29th, 30th, and 31st of this month is sit at home. And remember, like I said earlier, this month I call it the month of the heroes of Biafra. The month of the heroes of Biafra. Margaret, thank you so much, my sister. Thank you for always being there. Thank you, everyone that come for this program. Thank you for always coming. Thank you for always being there. You are the strength of the Biafrans. And may Elohim continue to strengthen and keep you. May Elohim make the light of his countenance to shine upon you. May Elohim keep you safe. May Elohim make your path to be so bright. May Elohim bless whatever you lay your hands to do. May Elohim bless your pocket that you're removing something from to support the government in Ezra. May Elohim strengthen you in everything you do. May Elohim make your days to be favorable to you. May your going out and coming in be blessed, both now and forevermore. He said, he said, he said. Thank you so much, people of God. Keep your eyes on the ball. Do not allow anybody tell you otherwise. God bless you and see you tomorrow morning if the network permits. But I know I will come, I will give it a trial tomorrow morning to come and bring something for us. The frustration of Nigeria is just starting and is never going to end. Thank you and God bless you. Good night from my end. If it is your morning, good morning. If it is your afternoon, good afternoon. And if it is your night as well, do have a lovely sleep tonight. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you tomorrow morning by 8 o'clock if time permits. God bless you and do have a lovely day.